Hello everyone, it's Gold Gear. A while ago, I made a video about my favorite levels from the first Ratchet and Clank game, and now I decided to do the same, but with levels from the second game. Making this list was a real challenge, because this game has a lot of good planets that are full of interesting creatures and environments. So now I'm going to tell you about these top 5 levels, but remember that everything I say is just my opinion. If yours is different, be sure to post your list in the comments. Now let's get started. At number 5 I have Planet Barlow. It's a desert planet that was once home to the Gadgetron, before Megacorp drove them out of business in the galaxy. Now this abandoned Gadgetron facility is home to wild tribes and desert riders, who use the canyon for their frenzied races. Speaking of racing, this is my least favorite part of this level, but it's still fun. What I like more is just running around and taking out enemies on this well-designed level. In general, I have a soft spot for desert levels, so it's no surprise that this planet makes this list. I also want to mention that you can get a very creative gadget called the Terminator from the inventor that was frozen and abandoned for years when Gadgetron left. The cutscene with him is pretty funny, even though I feel bad for him. At number 4 I have Planet Endako. It is an urban planet that is home to the sprawling city of Megapolis. This city is full of tall skyscrapers, dense skyway traffic, and robots. Overall, it looks like this planet is inhabited only by robots, because if you look around, you won't find any signs of fauna and flora. This level has 2 main paths. The first will lead to some gadgets from the first game, but you have to defeat the thug leader first to get them, and the second path will lead to Clank. On the way to him, you will have to use magnets to move these large blocks. It's not exactly my favorite part of the level, but I have to admit that it's a pretty good idea. After you find Clank, you can play as him, and his gameplay here is much better than in the first RNC, in my opinion. At number 3 I have Planet Joba. It is a forested planet with a harsh climate that hosts one of Megacorp's battle arenas. The area that Ratchet and Clank visit is almost entirely covered in high cliffs, with trees and mushrooms on top. This place is also home to the tribesmen and desert riders, which you may remember from Planet Barlow I talked about earlier in the video. Where there are desert riders, there are races that are fun, but honestly, it's not something I'm looking forward to. I can say the same about the arena, which, as you already know, is also located on this level. The reason why this planet is so high on my list is that the level has a very good map and an amazing atmosphere, achieved by the pleasant color palette, music, and small details like these fireflies. At number 2 I have Planet Notag. On this planet, Ratchet and Clank visit Canal City, a city built on water that is surprisingly full of canals and boats. Ratchet and Clank arrived on Notag in pursuit of Angela Cross, who had visited this world to pick up some chemicals. Although she left as soon as they arrived, they were able to find more clues about her whereabouts at the chemical factory. In this factory, you will have to use the Terminator to freeze the water at the right time to pass through pipes. Except for the factory, you can also explore the city itself and fight thugs for less. I really like the design of the buildings, which are large skyscrapers, many of which are connected by bridges and brightly lit by the lights from the small windows. This is just a great level. Now let's move on. And at number 1 I have Planet Damosel. This planet appears to be almost entirely covered in water, except for a few rocky landmasses that can be seen in a distance from Olgan City. The city is located above the sea on towers and several structures. Demo Cell was quickly overrun by the protopads, and it was up to Ratchet and Clank to save the citizens from these hungry creatures. At the end of the level, they found the Hypnotist, who was able to assemble the Hypnomatic for them, a very useful gadget for the last planets of the game. This level is full of cool enemies, beautiful city design, and it also has probably the best grind rail section in the game, so I think it deserves the top spot. Well, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this in the future. I would also appreciate it if you could write your 5 favorite levels from this game. So, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I am Gold Gear, thanks for watching and stay gold.
Do not even think about it.